property management tips this week. So this week, let's talk about the leases and why should you stay in contract and not just do a month to month. Month to month, it's what it says, month to month, which it means either party, whether it's the landlord, property manager, or the tenant, can provide a 30-day notice and ask the tenant to vacate, or the tenant can provide a 30-day notice to the landlord or property manager, notifying them they would like to move out and move out. So it may have benefits for some landlords to do month to month, but it's most important for the tenant not to have a commitment and to be safe in your property. It's to have a written lease. Why? Because if your landlord decides they would like to sell their property, they will sell it to a person that will be willing to honor the current lease, which you as a tenant, it tells you nothing is going to change for as long as that lease is valid. So if you have a current lease, the new landlord will have to honor your contract until the end of the current lease. If the property is sold and you have a month-to-month contract, again, either the current landlord or the new landlord can provide a 30-day notice and ask you to vacate. So that is why it's a benefit for a tenant to have a contract in place. For the landlord, it's a benefit because it allows you to plan. So you can plan and budget your year, your expenses, if there's any major repairs or maintenance that you would like to do, because you will know how long your current lease is valid for, and it will allow you to plan ahead for the rest of the year. Again, if you're going to sell the property, you are always able to sell the property as long as the new buyer honors the current lease. In a lot of cases, if you have a good tenant, you have a good lease, then it's a very attractive to a new investor, a property that it's in good shape and has a tenant in place. And even if they have a property manager, then it's a matter of just inspecting the property, accepting an offer, and transferring the accounts. So those are my reasons why it's important to always stay in contract. Now you're thinking as a landlord, what about if I want to change the terms? If I want to raise the rent? If I want to make any changes to the current contract? Well, as long as you provide the proper notice, which at this moment is 60 days notice to the tenant at the end of their current lease, then you can make changes such as increasing the rent, if you want to change the due dates for their rent, or any other terms, as long as you provide the 60-day notice at this moment, and it would be effective after those 60 days, after their current lease expires, then you can do so. So for those reasons, it's important to always stay in contract, do a quick renewal, make sure that the tenant is going to agree the terms, obtain it in writing, lease renewal. And that's what your property manager is there for, to renew the leases, to verify that the tenant still qualifies and it's able to pay that rent, and to make any changes that you may have expressed that you would like done at the end of the lease, and for how much longer would you like to continue to lease that property. So hopefully this was a helpful tip, and if you have any other questions, call us at Monarch 702-412-7189, LasVegasYourHome.com, and we're here to help you.